And I know Moses can't get enough of that Beaver news coming in every single week here.
I think it's a ruse. I really think this is just some ploy to just market him and get the record sales going. I really do.
If you're right, that might be almost a brilliant move.
Yeah, it would be.
Well,
minus the criminal record part.
Minus that. Well, maybe let's move on to a Canadian star that we can look up to. Andrew Albers from North Battleford. Big contract down in South Korea.
Yeah, you know what? Back in August, though, we got to get to the story because, Andrew Albers took the Minnesota Twins by storm, of course. He had that masterful two-hit shutout performance. He later then had his second outing that topped that with a complete game shutout, setting a franchise record in the process. Now, despite some promise as a regular starter, the Twins decided to go another direction, and like you say, so has Albers, as he signed a one-year contract with the Hanwha Eagles of the Korean Baseball Organization. The move reportedly worth over $700,000 with a $100,000 signing bonus. Now, this does make sense for Albers, as he wouldn't be a free agent until 2019 if he stuck around with the Twins, giving him a lot of wiggle room if he decides to return to the majors.
If I can go and have a good season or two over there, maybe I get the opportunity to come back, or we'll see what happens. You never know what the future holds. I might really enjoy it over there. I might want to stay. So who knows what's going to happen. I'm looking forward to the opportunity, looking forward to the experience, and it should be a lot of fun.
You can catch the entire Andrew Albers interview this Monday on the Monday Night Sports Show on Lloyd FM. All right, now a little closer to home. It may have been a tough task for the Lakeland Rustlers men's volleyball team, but with a recent stretch of wins, the Rustlers are right in the playoff hunt. Winning 3 of their last 4 matches, the Rustlers' magic number is 1 to clinch a wildcard spot. Head coach Taylor Dyer praises his veterans who've stepped up.
We have 2 third-years on the floor, which we haven't had in a long time, and Savannah Walking Bear's back again in his second year, so he's more mature and he has had a taste of our league. All around, just a little bit more experience than we've had, and I think that's paying off for sure.
Yeah, there's only 2 third-years on the team, so it's a little bit tougher than I thought it was going to be, but I don't know, the younger guys are not as young as I thought they were going to be, so like some of them are 20, 21 even. Like some of the first years are older than me, so it's kind of easy. They're on the same level, so it's pretty good.
The Rustlers face the Grand Prairie Wolves this Friday and Saturday at Lakeland Gym. Now it's a battle of 3 versus 4 as the Lloydminster Bandits were at home hosting the Killam Wheat Kings at the Civic Center last night. And so we'll go to the highlights in the first period. Bandits draw first blood. Chris Romanchuk shakes off D-Man all alone on the doorstep for the easy tap in 1-0 Lloyd. But the lead would not last long. Chance Flagg sidesteps a check. He'll feed it to Damien there, or David Deman. The clapper beats Easton Oborowski, tying things up at 1. Wheat Kings not done. A couple minutes later, down a man off the face-off. Shelby Badgery's shot off the skate of Mike McTavish and in. Killam up 2-1 on their 4th shot on net. Bandits tie it up though, man advantage. The point shot stop. Anthony Ranier picks up the greasy rebound, all tied up after 20. Final frame, Romanchuk puts it on net. Roper Jones will tip it home, and that would be your game winner. Bandits add an empty netter and take this one by a score of 4-2. Before the start of the CITL Tankard, Scott Manners said that his team was playing the best curling that they've ever played. Focused and locked in on day 1, the Manners ring took on Bruce Corte in day 2 of the Tankard in Shaunavon. Now, there was a delay in the draw due to a power outage, but not even that could derail Team Manners. They go on to win by a score of 5-3, and will face Brock Virtue, who also won this morning 3-1 over Jeff Hartung. Now, this one took 6 ends before Virtue would score a single in 7th. They blanked 6 ends. Could you believe it? It was another steal in 8th for Virtue, and then they just traded points after that. Elsewhere in the A event, Steve Laycock defeats Daryl McKee 5-3, and Scott Bitts advances with a 6-3 win over Joel Jordanson. Mike Armstrong lost in the B event this afternoon, 6-4 to Josh Height, which means Armstrong drops to the C event. The CFL free agent market is set to open in a little over 2 weeks, and already we've seen ramped up activity prior to February 15th. Now we'll start in Saskatchewan as the Riders have let go of import receiver Weston Dressler. The move comes as Dressler is testing the NFL waters. Earlier this month, he tried out with the Kansas City Chiefs. The release will allow him to actually sign an NFL deal immediately. In the past 6 seasons, Dressler registered 442 catches for over 6,500 yards and 43 touchdowns. The Riders also making moves, signing defensive back Montrell Harris and Troy Stoudemire. Elsewhere, Zach Collaros no longer looking for a home, signing a 3-year deal with the Hamilton Tiger Cats. The Tabbies also announced they're not bringing back Henry Burris, and it sounds like Winnipeg, Montreal, and Edmonton could be the next destination for Smiling Hank. All right, now we're back with our superstar. The Lakeland Rustlers women's volleyball team, well, they'll look to end their losing streak as they take on Grand Prairie this weekend in a pair of games. Hoping to lead the charge is third-year Michelle Laing. Matt Schumont has more on the veteran in this week's Superstar Next Door.
Growing up in a family of 8 with a great background in athletics, Michelle Laing played almost every sport, but there was just something about volleyball that motivated her to pursue a career.
This was one of the ones, and I feel like because I was taller than usually all the girls, I really kind of got involved to it. And so then from there, we had club going on where I was from, and I guess it was my favorite.
Now in her 3rd year with the program, Michelle has developed into a great leader, helping the rookies get a hang on ACAC volleyball.
I like it. I take it as a challenge because throughout my life I kind of was more the girl that just kind of, I went with the flow and everything, but I like that having this, knowing I am in my 3rd year and I have rookies looking up to me, I like to be able to try and give them a good example and try and be the best leader I can for our program.
She's come a long way. Even in her 1st year, I tried to give her a couple roles because I knew that she potentially could be in that position, and she was going in a program that she might be here for a while, so I was trying to give her a few things here and there. And even though we had an extremely veteran team the last 2 years, and she was kind of wondering, why is he asking me to do this? How come he's putting this kind of stuff on me? The whole purpose was to get her to where she is right now.
The veteran has also had individual success with her time at Lakeland, winning the Most Improved Player award in her 1st year with the team.
It just made me feel really good because even for myself, I saw how far I'd come, and it was amazing. I've never had such a good coach as Austin before, and it's amazing. He could tell you one little thing and it changed everything, and I really I honored that award and was very happy that I could have got it and to keep seeing myself improve, and I hope I don't stop from there.
Matt Schumont, Newcap Sports.